Hi everyone, hope you guys are all having a great day. Today I'm going to do a weekend reads video where I talk about the books that I read this week, what I'm going to be reading over the weekend and into next week, and I'm going to talk about the book that I'm going to read for August for my Read AK project, or my Read Alaska project. So I will go ahead and get started. This week I finished two books. The first book I finished is called Virtuous Minds by Philip Dow. And this is a book about intellectual character. And the author separates intellectual character from moral character, but it's very similar concept. It's a book all about how can we have careful thinking and honest thinking and have tenacity in our thought processes, how we can be fair-minded in our thoughts and things of that nature. I had to read it for my education certification just to get that renewed, and so this is just one of those requirements. I thought that it was a decent book. It's not the best book I've read on education, but it was very interesting. The next book I read was Wild by Cheryl Strayed. I don't have many positive things to say about this book. It's about a young woman it's a memoir of a woman who in her late 20s decided to hike the Pacific Crest Trail on her own. And it's about why she did that and her experiences along the way. I'm going to do a full review of this so that I can gather my thoughts and share them with you, but I was really disappointed in this book, guys. I was expecting to love it. I went into this right after reading Into the Wild, thinking that I was going to get another beautifully written book that made me fall even more in love with nature, and that's not what this is. So I will definitely do a whole video talking about my thoughts and feelings on this book. Okay, so those are the books that I've read so far in August. This weekend, I would like to start Where the Crawdads Sing. This has been on my list for a little while. It's one of the top-rated books on my TBR, and I will link my video describing the other top-rated books on my TBR. So I chose to read this one next. I think it was also one of the books involved in the BookTube prize, so it's still on my list to read. I'm about like 2 pages into it. I actually started reading it maybe a couple of hours ago, but then I fell asleep. It's really warm here and I seem to be sleeping a lot. So I did start it. I can't say whether it's interesting or not so far, but the writing is poetic. I like that part about it. The next book that I would like to read this week is this one right here, From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frank Weiler, which I want to read so that I can read it with my class, my 5th graders this year. And it's just a mystery from my understanding. I read it when I was a kid, but I don't remember it, or rather, my 5th grade teacher read it to us. And so I would like to reread it this week so that I can share it with my kids. School actually starts for us on the 20th, so I've been back in my classroom a little bit every day, getting things ready. My process for getting back to school is very slow because I don't want to work for more than a couple of hours in the summertime. So I've just been going in, getting a little bit set up here and there so that I can enjoy the rest of my days. But I have had a great time getting back into the classroom and seeing some of my other, my teacher friends, and getting back in the swing of things. And then finally, the book that I've chosen for the month of August for my Read Alaska project is Two Old Women by Velma Wallace. This is an Alaskan legend of betrayal, courage, and survival. This is the story of 2 old women who are kicked out of their tribe and their story of survival that winter. This is an Athabascan legend. So at the Athabascan Native Alaskans, that's the central region in Alaska. And so I'm looking forward to reading this legend and sharing what I think about it with you guys. So speaking of Alaska things, David and I have done several really cool hikes over the past couple of weeks, and I want to show you guys a couple of videos from them. Last weekend we went to Hatcher Pass again, and this time we hiked to Reed Lakes, which was a difficult hike but totally worth it. and I will show some video footage from both of those hikes. So go ahead and stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye. Puppy.